Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for dedicating your time to be part of the Engineering Open Day Poster Assessment Panel. My name is Ray, and today I'll be guiding you through the assessment process using the FYP2 Poster Presentation Assessment Form. This briefing aims to ensure a consistent and fair evaluation for all our students. To all our esteemed guests driving to University Pertahanan Nasional Malaysia, UPNM, please take note of the designated parking area. Upon arriving at UPNM, please use Jalan Hang Tua as your main route. Continue along the road until you see Pusat Maritim UPNM on your left. Adjacent to this building, near the field, is the designated visitor parking area, clearly marked with a sign that reads Parking Area. Once you have parked your vehicle, you may proceed on foot by crossing Jalan Hang Tua toward Dewan Zulfikar, which is located near Block Tua and close to the UPNM Center for Graduate Studies, CGS. The walking distance from the parking lot to the venue is approximately 2 to 3 minutes. If you require assistance, our staff will be available at the parking area and along the pathway to the hall. Thank you, and we wish you a pleasant visit to this open day. Let's start by looking at the assessment form itself. The core of the form consists of two main assessment criteria. Section A, capability to defend, and Section B, effectiveness of presentation, each with specific subcriteria and associated marks. We'll now delve into Section A, capability to defend, which carries a total of 40 marks. This section assesses the student's ability to engage with questions, demonstrate their understanding, and effectively defend their research. It's divided into two key areas: active listening skills and defend arguments. First, under active listening skills, we evaluate listening skills. Please refer to the rubric on page 2 of your form. Here, we look for three key elements: attentiveness, interest, and respectful engagement. Band 5. The student demonstrates all three elements at the highest standard. Band 4. The student demonstrates two elements at the highest standard. Band 3. The student demonstrates one element at the highest standard. Band 2. The student demonstrates all three elements in average standard. Band 1. The student demonstrates very poorly in any one of these elements. Band 0. The student demonstrates none of the elements. Observe how well they maintain eye contact, nod, and generally appear engaged throughout your interaction. Following that, still under active listening skills, we assess understanding of the questions/inquiries. Band 5. The response must correlate with the question and be able to connect back with his/her work with high relevancy. Band 4. The response must correlate with the question and be able to connect back with his/her work with acceptable relevancy. Band 3. The response slightly correlates with the question and is able to connect back with his/her work with acceptable relevancy. Band 2. The response slightly does not correlate with the question but is unable to connect with his/her work. Band 1. The response does not correlate with the question. Band 0. There is no response to the question. Pay close attention to whether their answers directly address your query or if they misunderstand the core of your question. Moving to defend arguments. The first subcriterion is engineering knowledge. Band 5. Ability to defend his work based on strong engineering knowledge, within and beyond his scope of research. Band 4. Ability to defend his work based on good engineering knowledge, within and beyond his scope of research. Band 3. Ability to defend his work based on good engineering knowledge and within his scope of research. Band 2. Ability to defend his work based on sufficient engineering knowledge and within his scope of research. Band 1. Ability to defend his work accordingly. Band 0. Unable to defend. This is where you'll gauge the depth and breadth of their technical understanding related to their project. Next, we assess supporting proof for their arguments. Band 5. Most of the arguments are supported with existing study, literature review, /code of practice/standards, which reflect on extensive readings. Band 4. Some of the arguments are supported with existing study, which reflect on extensive readings. Band 3. Some of the arguments are supported with existing study, which reflect on sufficient readings. Band 2. The arguments do not supported by existing study, but able to reflect on sufficient readings. Band 1. The arguments do not supported by existing study and unable to reflect on sufficient readings. Band 0. Fail to present any argument. Look for evidence that they have thoroughly researched and can justify their methodology and findings. Now, let's move to Section B, Effectiveness of Presentation, which accounts for 60 marks. This section focuses on how well the student communicates their research through their poster's visual appeal and their oral presentation skills. It covers visual aid and communication skills. Under visual aid, the first aspect is attractiveness and creativity. Band 5 exhibits excellent visual clarity in overall design. Appropriate graphs or graphics, proper usage of colors, attractive and creative design. Band 4 exhibits good visual clarity in overall design. Appropriate graphs or graphics, proper usage of colors, attractive and creative design. Band 3 exhibits fair visual clarity in overall design. Appropriate graphs or graphics, proper usage of colors, attractive and creative design. Band 2 exhibits limited visual clarity in overall design. Appropriate graphs or graphics, proper usage of colors, attractive and creative design. Band 1 exhibits lack of visual clarity in overall design. Inappropriate graphs or graphics, proper usage of colors, unattractive and uncreative design. Band 0 exhibits no visual simplicity and clarity in overall design. Consider the overall aesthetic impact of the poster. Does it draw you in, and is it well designed? Second, we assess informative aspects of the visual aid. Band 5 exhibits comprehensive and very clear information that enables readers to understand and appreciate the work even without the presentation. Band 4 exhibits sufficient and clear information that enables readers to understand and appreciate the work with the aid of presentation. Band 3 exhibits sufficient information that enables readers to understand and appreciate the work with the aid of presentation. Band 2 exhibits limited information but still enables readers to appreciate the work with the aid of presentation. Band 1 exhibits insufficient information but still enables readers to appreciate the work with the aid of presentation. Band 0 exhibit no information that reflects the work at all. The poster should ideally stand alone as a summary of their research. Lastly, for visual aid, we look at organization. Band 5, logical flow of information, consistent use of fonts and colors, error-free text. Band 4, information flow mostly logical, some inconsistency in fonts or colors, minor typos or grammatical errors. Band 3, information flow confusing, significant inconsistency in fonts or colors, distracting typos or grammatical errors. Band 2, information flow unclear or disorganized, major inconsistency in fonts or colors, frequent typos or grammatical errors. Band 1, information flow nonsensical or impossible to follow, extreme inconsistency in fonts or colors, text riddled with errors. Band 0, exhibit no organization in the poster. Check for clarity in layout, logical progression of content, and absence of typos or grammatical errors. Moving on to communication skills, the first area is speaking skills plus clarity plus fluency. Band 5, communicate effectively with confidence and clarity. Band 4, communicate with good confidence level and clarity. Band 3, communicate with fair confidence level and clarity. Band 2, communicate with fair confidence level or clarity. Band 1, communicate with low level of confidence or unclear. Band 0, communicate with no level of confidence or unclear. Observe their voice projection, articulation, and how easily you can follow their narrative. Finally, under communication skills, we have engineering sound plus confidence. This criterion is about how well they show knowledge and understanding, often reflected in their confidence. Band 5 shows good knowledge and understanding. Band 4 shows good knowledge but less understanding. Band 3 shows a little knowledge but poor understanding. Band 2 shows little knowledge and no/hardly any understanding. Band 1 shows hardly any knowledge or understanding. Band 0 shows no knowledge or understanding. This is distinct from engineering knowledge, as it focuses on their confident delivery of that knowledge and their assurance in explaining their project. On the actual day, we've implemented an online poster evaluation process to simplify your task. There are a few key steps involved, all designed to ensure accuracy and ease of use. To access the online system, scan the QR code in your starter kit received at registration. This immediately directs you to the pre-filled evaluation form. Each poster has a unique QR code. After accessing the main form, scan the poster's QR to auto-populate student and project details, ensuring correct evaluation. Always refer to your rubric guidelines for consistent, fair evaluation, utilizing the detailed band descriptions for each criterion, 0 to 5. Now, let's take a closer look at the online assessment form itself. As you can see from the screenshot, once you've scanned a poster's QR code, fields like poster number and matric no will be automatically populated. This minimizes manual entry and helps prevent errors. Please take a moment to verify these auto-filled details to ensure accuracy before proceeding. The online form is intuitively designed to guide you through the assessment criteria. You'll find sections such as define arguments and active listening, mirroring the structure of our traditional assessment form. For each criterion, you'll simply select the appropriate band from 0 to 5 based on your observation and the rubric guidelines. The interface allows for easy clicking or tapping to make your selections. A crucial part of your evaluation is providing qualitative feedback. Please use the comments section, which is clearly marked and indicated as required. This space is for you to write specific constructive observations. Your detailed comments are incredibly valuable for student development, especially when justifying scores, particularly for lower bands. Before finalizing your assessment for a specific poster, please ensure you select your name from the drop-down list in the Evaluated By section. Once all criteria are assessed and comments are provided, click the Submit button. This will send your completed evaluation. If, for any reason, you need to discard your current progress on a form and start fresh, you can use the Clear Form button. Remember to submit each poster's evaluation individually. To ensure a smooth and fair assessment, please remember these key points. Always refer to the rubric guidelines for each criterion. Assign a band from 0 to 5 based on your observation, and provide constructive comments in the space provided on the form. Don't forget to fill in all the details like the poster number, student matrix number, and your name before you submit the form. Your thoughtful feedback is invaluable for the student's development, so please remember to justify your scores, particularly for lower bands, by noting specific observations in the comment section. Thank you once again for your commitment and expertise in this crucial evaluation process. Your rigorous assessment is fundamental to our students' academic growth. For any further questions, please don't hesitate to contact Mr. Akram@upton.edu.my. We wish you a successful and insightful assessment period.